Sunday night, we deliver in the morning. It's almost midnight. This is me editing. That's how I upload. And this guy over here. Hi Pete, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want, kitty? He came back here and meowed at the bed, looked up at the bed and looked at me as if to tell me it's time to go to bed. I tend to agree, but I need to upload this tonight. So, nowhere near done though. See what happens. Hey guys, we are in Ohio. We dropped off in Brooklyn this morning and we went to Pennsylvania around Harrisburg and picked up there, and now we're on a load that's dropping tomorrow right outside of Columbus. One of the things that we encountered today in Brooklyn, when going into New York City, into the boroughs in a big truck, you have to be really aware of height restrictions, all sorts of things. And we have all these tools that are given to us that are supposed to make it easy for us. Some people call them a Qualcomm. FedEx calls it a scenic. It is a computer in our truck that monitors our time, sends us messages, also has a navigation system built in with a preferred route. Doesn't always work. We also use a Garmin Diesel 770, I believe it is. Diesel 770. And it's great at times. It's useless once you get down there. And I wouldn't say useless, it's 90% useless, because these, for those of you that don't know, are commercial guidance systems, are commercial what a brain fart, navigation systems, our commercial navigation systems. We can put in the profile of our truck, the weight of the truck, the length of the truck, the height of the truck, all of these things, the weight, how much weight per axle, hazmat regulations, things like that, profiles. So problem is with the Garmin, when you get into, we were on the 278, which is the Queens Expressway, Bronx Queen, BQE, Queens Expressway. And the Garmin, we're 13.4. For some reason, the Garmin thinks that everything is 12.8 over there. And it judges everything, from what I've been told, that it's on snowpack. So if there was snow on the ground and it's winter, then it compensates, or for different changes. I know that it's wrong. So we use three tools at once. We use the Diesel by Garmin, we use the C-Link or Qualcomm, and we also use Google Maps on our phone, which is a great tool because you can search and look and see on your phone and zoom in and see what you're in for once you get there, which is really important when you're driving in a very closely knit, condensed area like Brooklyn. We were coming west, and she was supposed to take the exit, but the Garmin told her she couldn't because she couldn't turn left under the overpass, which she could. It was high enough. So I kind of coined the term today, and I told it a couple of people, and they really liked it. And this term is that when you are in Manhattan or Queens or the Bronx or Brooklyn or Long Island, and you're around these really tight-knit, condensed areas, you have to drive cautiously aggressive. And what I mean by that is you have to be aggressive in that you have to try to get where you're going, but you have to be cautious about it at the same time. For instance, I know that the Garmin has the height restrictions wrong. We've done updates, everything, it doesn't matter. It just does not have it. Garmin, you're screwing it up. Love your product, that you don't have right. That being said, what do you expect in an area that's so densely populated, the streets are narrow enough for one car to go down, and the structures have been there for over 100 years? I mean, what are you going to do? Well, you become aggressive, but you do it cautiously. And the 278, when you're going across, it says that we can't go down it. But common sense, you see the other trucks, and thank you to all you drivers that are local drivers in the boroughs, because we watch you, and if you can do it, we know we can do it. And it sucks to be using other people as guinea pigs, but when you have a delivery to make, especially under the time constraints that FedEx puts on us, and we accept that, it's part of the gig. You have to be aggressive when you're going to this. And we get paid extra, not a lot. Anyways, we got turned around. If you've ever driven in New York City, in any of the boroughs, especially in around commercial areas, it's organized chaos. We'd like to get in there, and pretty much all drivers, it's no secret. If you're going into New York City, you try to get in there really early, in the middle of the night preferably. And there's a lot of parking areas, and they're loading zones, and they're empty. You know, cars are not going to park there because cars are going to get towed by New York City park enforcement. That being said, a FedEx truck or something that's parked there waiting for the business to open usually is not going to get towed. It may get a ticket. That's something that's expected. And I have to say that it's wonderful that companies like FedEx take care of that for us, because they understand what we're coming up against. Another thing is there's a place that we pick up and we deliver, and it's in Manhattan. It's near Rockefeller Square, I'll tell you that, so you can think about that kind of congestion in a big truck. And in this area, there's parking on both sides. It's one-way street to get to the location, and then you have to back into an indoor dock. The clearance is, I mean, we scrape when we're getting in there. There's always a UPS truck there across, right where we're trying to make our turn in, and it never fails that whenever you get there. I was told, and I don't know this from experience or from firsthand knowledge. I don't know this from firsthand knowledge, but I was told that this UPS driver brings the truck in, and let me say this. Every time you come up to the UPS truck, it's got multiple tickets on the windshield. So it stays there, and they just keep ticketing it. They don't tow it, but they keep ticketing it. So I've been told, which I don't know if anybody knows out there, if any of you know UPS drivers, share this to them. And I'd love to know if this is true. If it's true, it's freaking genius. This driver, it's such a dense area for all of their deliveries and stuff, that they drive the truck in, they park it, the driver leaves it there for the day, walks around, does all his deliveries, then gets back to the yard, the terminal, however, either by a taxi or by another driver, I don't know, train, subway, who knows. Then the next day picks up another truck, comes back to that spot with another driver. That driver picks up the empty truck, takes it back to the yard, and they take that spot again. Now that's logistics at its best. We face all sorts of challenges out here, and it just amazes me the stuff that we're able to accomplish, especially in expediting. You know, we get things done in a timely manner. We go to places that other places won't go, can't go. We carry things that other places won't carry, can't carry. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts about what's going on with our experience in Brooklyn. I did not get any footage today. I do have a time lapse that I did last year, and it was New York City fast. It kind of shows you what it takes to get in and get out, and in a really fast manner. You can go in and you can be 4 miles to get off of the island, and it takes you 4 hours to get to the George Washington Bridge. We went out by the Verrazano and we got to our pickup, and it was relatively easy today. We drop tomorrow outside of Columbus. Then we have to go to Capital City Trailer. We are going to have a repair done on our lift axle. After that, if we haven't gotten a load yet, we will decide what to do from there. So you start coming up with your strategy of what you're going to do for the weekend. Most people who work on in offices or warehouses or any businesses that have a 3-day weekend, most of them try to get a 4-day weekend out of it, which means they shut down early on Friday. Especially white glove and temperature validated loads, which is the highest tier of temperature load service that you can get from FedEx Custom Critical. One, they're not opening on Fridays, most of them. 2, they're closed on Monday. So they're not going to ship a load that has to sit in a truck that has a reefer going or a temperature control unit running, where they have to pay detention for it to sit there running. So for certain hours that you run, if you can't deliver straight through, there are fees they incur depending on the contract of the person that we do business with. And these are not things, this is general knowledge stuff. I'm not revealing any trade secrets. But it's general knowledge to us. It might not be general knowledge to you. So let's say that we were able to pick up a load and take it to some place that was going to deliver on Friday, but it only took us 2 days to drive there. Well, the customer would be charged for detention time from certain hours of the day for 2 extra days, because we wouldn't be able to deliver till Tuesday. Businesses know that. Businesses are not going to ship things out. So it's Monday, tomorrow we have a delivery, and we basically have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to try to get whatever loads we're going to get for this week, because after that, your week is pretty much done. Are there some loads that come out on a holiday weekend? Of course. Emergencies always happen, and that's what our business is all about. But those are few and far between. Like super, super, super rare. Anyways, that's going to do it for me on this vlog. Been a lot of travel, really tired. We are on a secured load, so I have to stay with the truck. Stephanie's in showering. As soon as she's done, she'll come back to the truck, and then it'll be my turn. Well, it is Tuesday, and we dropped off here in Ohio. And now I'm over at Capital City Trailer, and this is Ivan.
No, don't put me
and
on camera.
Ivan is the man. I'm not going to show you his face because he's wanted in several countries. But Ivan's taking care of my axle. We're all good, and we're about to hit the road. And I got a load that I'm picking up in Louisville, and I'm going back to Florida. I'm praying that the load gods smile upon me and get me right out of Florida. So if that doesn't happen, it's a good place to be stuck. I am in a time crunch. Whenever we start running a little bit late, we get nasty grams. Are you moving? Are you there yet? Are you on your way? Yes. And you talk to people, but they don't really communicate with each other. So it's kind of like figuring it out. But anyways, talk to you in a little bit. So I'm here at Patriot Freightliner in Westminster, Vermont, and this is Tyson. And he just fixed the truck, so he's my hero. Yep, ran over a tire, and guy had a blowout in front of me, ran over a tire, and it popped my airline off. So we came back here and we got it fixed. Anyways, gotta pay the bill. Hi, Pete. Gotta pay the bill, and then we're going to head to our next pickup. Oh, we're in Vermont. We were in Florida. Now we're in Vermont. Now we're going to North Carolina. It's a long week. Talk to you guys soon. If any of you are truckers out there, you've probably seen, well, you've probably been to a shop somewhere, and you know how long it can take. Sometimes it's days before they can even look at it. I got here to Patriot Western Star, Freightliner Western Star in Westminster. I got here, they had my paperwork ready. Sandy, I think it took Sandy longer to put my paperwork in than to fix the truck. Thanks. Well, you told me it was going to be that way.
This is true.
And you still don't want to be on camera, huh?
Not really.
Okay, well, I'm not going to.
I'm hiding from the government or something. Wonder if I'm an illegal alien. Wonder if I'm from Mars.
With that red hair? You're a ginger. There's no way.
That's fresh out of a bottle.
Anyways, if you get over here, Sandy is a service writer over here,
awesome.
and she is awesome, and she really should be on camera, but she doesn't want to be, and I have to respect that.
There you go.
But she's gonna go and watch the YouTube channel and say hi.
I probably am.
So yeah, we got in here. They got great rates, great people, take good care of you. So if you're ever up in the Northeast and you need a good, reliable Freightliner Western Star shop, this is a place. Give them a call. All right, I'm gonna pay my bill.
Bye.